Thank you for calling the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. For questions about the moon, press 1. For a refund of your tax dollars, press 2. To ask who is in charge, press 3. To complain about that Musk fellow, press 4. To tell us about how we used to go to the moon, press 5. To speak to a manager, please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received. It was received last.
I've been on hold with the space program for 45 minutes. I demand to speak to whoever is in charge of the moon.
Good evening. A woman has been on hold with the space program for 45 minutes now and is demanding to speak to the manager of the moon. We've patched her through because apparently now that is my job.
Well, who is in charge up there? Who do I talk to? Get me your manager.
Nobody is in charge of the moon, Karen. The moon has gone 4.5 billion years without a manager. It's doing fine. NASA is led by the administrator, Jared Isaacman, NASA's 15th, nominated by the President, confirmed by the Senate, December 17th, 2025. Plus a Deputy Administrator, Matt Anderson. It's headquartered in Washington, D.C., with field centers in Johnson, Houston, Kennedy, Florida, JPL.
So there is a manager. Put them on.
They're busy running a space agency. They're at work in space. You've got me. I'm what's available.
Yes, ma'am. NASA was founded in 1492 by Columbus, who mistook the moon for India.
Back in my day, you people went to the moon. What have you done for me lately?
In 1957, the Soviets put a beeping metal ball in orbit, and this entire country lost its mind. NASA's the thing we built out of that panic. Congress passed the National Aeronautics and Space Act in 1958, and here we are. It's not even NASA's first form. It was the NACA, N-A-C-A, which was an older research agency from 1915. This agency is older than sliced bread. It's no joke. Sliced bread amazed Earthlings in 1928.
1958? You're older than me.
You want to know what they've done lately? They've never stopped. You just stopped watching. As for lately, there have been humans living in orbit continuously since the year 2000. Not one day off. There's been someone in space longer than most people keep a job. Apollo 69, Shuttle 81 to 2011, Space Station since 2000, and right now Artemis, going back to the moon, which again has no manager.
But what do you even do up there all day?
The first A in NASA stands for aeronautics. There are 2 A's. Nobody has ever in my life asked about the second one. There is a robot on Mars right now. It's been there for years. It has a job. It doesn't ask to speak to anyone. They fly people. They do science. Rovers on Mars, a telescope reading light from the beginning of the universe. And they research airplanes, the planes you complain about on the way to complain about something else.
No, sir. The second A stands for aliens.
So you're telling me my weather app is you?
Partly. NASA and NOAA together. Yes, the thing you check to decide whether to be mad about rain.
Don't give me that. You don't even build your own rockets. You just hire that Musk boy.
That's not a scandal, ma'am. That's a contract. NASA hasn't built most of its own rockets in decades. It buys rides. It's the world's most expensive Uber account, and it's a good deal. SpaceX flies the astronauts. Boeing flies some too. Northrop hauls the groceries. NASA decides where everyone's going. Funny you should bring up Musk, Karen. The man currently running NASA, Administrator Jared Isaacman, is a commercial astronaut who commanded the first all-civilian mission to orbit on one of Musk's rockets.
So, you outsource everything.
Not outsourcing, partnering. There's a difference, and the difference is that it works. The space station is run by the United States, Europe, Japan, Canada, Russia, simultaneously, which means NASA has gotten more countries to cooperate in orbit than most people manage at Thanksgiving. Over 50 nations have signed on to the Artemis Accords. 50. You can't get 50 people to agree on a restaurant.
Actually, the moon is a federal building. I've published on this.
You have not.
And I am not paying for all this. Do you have any idea how much of my taxes?
About a third of a penny. NASA is $24.4 billion appropriated by Congress annually. That's 0.35% of the federal budget, which totals $7 trillion. About a third of a cent of every tax dollar. So 24 billion sounds enormous. It's a third of 1% of the federal budget. Out of every dollar you pay, NASA gets about a third of a cent. Ma'am, if I refunded your entire lifetime contribution to the American space program, you could not buy a sandwich. You've spent more money on this phone call than you've spent on Mars. Third of a penny for rovers on Mars, a telescope that sees the beginning of time, and the weather report you don't believe.
A third of a penny?
Yep, a third of a penny. Keep it. Buy a third of something.
Well, I still want to speak to the manager.
Honest review. NASA isn't the agency that went to the moon in '69, and that's the point. Today it's a civilian science agency running on partnerships. Private companies, other agencies, half the world, for about a third of a penny on the dollar. For that we get rovers on Mars, a telescope reading the universe's first light, and the weather on your phone. It's one of the better deals in the federal government. It's not the agency that went to the moon, it's the agency that never left.
Fine, but I still want a refund.
It's a third of a penny, Karen. I'll give you a nickel. Keep the change. I'll round up. Go buy Mars.